Hey, coffee culture family. Today I'm going to touch on coffee rituals and ceremonies. So, coffee is a beverage with a long history and a rich cultural heritage. And as such, there are many traditions and rituals associated with drinking coffee around the world. And I have a few examples. So, with ceremonies, in many cultures, coffee is not just a beverage, but an important part of social and cultural rituals. Like in Ethiopia, for example, coffee ceremonies are a traditional part of daily life, with coffee being prepared and served in a specific way and often accompanied by traditional music and food. For leisure, and in many Western countries, coffee is often associated with leisure and socializing. People often use coffee shops as a place to meet friends, work on projects, or simply relax and enjoy a cup of coffee. On hospitality, in many cultures, coffee is considered a symbol of the hospitality and is often served to guests as a sign of welcome and generosity. In the Middle East, serving coffee is a sign of hospitality, and in some countries, it's a tradition to offer coffee to guests as soon as they arrive. In religion, some religious rituals are also associated with coffee, and in monasteries, monks often drink coffee to help keep them awake during long hours of prayer. On work, many countries see coffee being consumed during work hours and is seen as a way to increase productivity. I do talk often about that and have talked about the nappuccino and intermittent fasting and some health hacks. So take a look at the episodes on those if that interests you. But back to coffee and rituals. So it's worth noting that the way people consume coffee varies by culture, rituals, and individual preference. And the above list is not exhaustive, but it gives an idea of the diversity and richness of the cultural traditions associated with drinking coffee. So I thought I'd delve a little deeper. So, in addition to Ethiopia, there are several other cultures and countries where coffee ceremonies and rituals are an important part of daily life and social gatherings. In Turkey, the traditional coffee ceremony is called kahvaltı and is generally served with breakfast. The coffee is brewed in a copper pot called a sezvi and poured into small cups, often served with Turkish delight or baklava. In Greece, the traditional coffee ceremony is called Greek coffee or Ellenikos cafes. Sorry, I said that wrong. Ellenikos cafes, and is served in a small pot called briki, which is brewed on a stove. Please forgive me if my pronunciation's not great. In Italy, the traditional coffee ceremony is called cafe, and it is often served in a small cup called espresso after meals as a digestif. They all serve as a way to bring people together and enjoy the social and cultural significance of coffee. And as you know, I'm all about connection. So I also took a look and want to touch on hospitality because my deep roots are in that space. In many cultures, offering coffee to guests is considered a symbol of hospitality and generosity. And this is particularly true in the Middle East, where serving coffee is a sign of hospitality and a traditional way to welcome guests. In some countries, it is customary to offer coffee to guests as soon as they arrive as a sign of respect and friendship. And in some monasteries, it's traditional to serve coffee to visitors as a symbol of hospitality. In Christianity, coffee is not traditionally associated with religious rituals, but some Christian denominations, such as Coptic Orthodox Church, serve it as part of their liturgy. In Islam, there's a traditional saying that states, "Paradise is under the shade of swords," and coffee is the drink of the friends of God, which implies that coffee is a symbol of camaraderie and friendship. In Ethiopia, where coffee originated, the drinking of coffee is also associated with religious rituals. Coffee is traditionally consumed during certain religious ceremonies and is often used as a symbol of unity and community. Overall, coffee is closely tied to both hospitality and religion in many cultures and serves as a symbol of friendship, generosity, and community. So, coffee lovers, Do you have a coffee ritual? And do you take pride in serving coffee in your home? And is your coffee ritual because of your upbringing, your religion, the culture that maybe you brought to the country with you? Or is it just something more social or just more personal? Like I have a morning ritual when I make my coffee. So I'd love to hear what yours is. So let me know. Share your thoughts and ideas on coffee culture. You could put them in the reviews on Apple Podcasts or DM me on Instagram. And if you'd like to support an indie podcaster, there is a link in the show notes for buying me a coffee. Please subscribe and share a cup of coffee culture with your friends. This season is produced by Pale Blue Studios.